Chem 107 students. Before we start chapter 2, I want you to get your periodic table, and we're going to make a couple of changes to it to help us in this course. See, I couldn't really find the perfect periodic table. I wanted the names on the periodic table so you didn't have to memorize all of them. But in order to put the names on the table, it takes up a lot of space, and some of the other information isn't on this table. So let's fix that. So if you're seeing this picture here, it's the periodic table I have, and I numbered the columns at the top the way I like to number them. So if you notice, we have the top of column 1, there's a 1, and then column 2 is 2, but then I skip this middle section and I go way over to column number 3, which is above the B, boron. And then column 4 is above carbon, C for carbon. 5 is above the nitrogen. 6 is above the oxygen. 7 is above the F for fluorine. And 8 is above the noble gases for helium. So I want you to number your periodic table that way. Because if I'm talking about column 3, I mean what I've numbered, number 3. Boron, aluminum, GaIn, TlNH. That's what I call column 3. See, these are the A group. So it's really 1A, 2A, 3A, 4A, 5A, 6A, 7A, 8A. And then the columns that are in the middle are the B group. And so that's how I number mine. I number mine A and B group. So, this is the best we can do online. So please number your periodic table across the top like is in this picture. Then I also want us to add in the stair step line. I did mine with a yellow highlighter. You can do yours with a colored pencil or a highlighter. Notice I start on the left side of B for boron. Color that in. Then go under boron. Then down between aluminum and silicon. Then under silicon. Then between GE and AS. And then under AS. And then between SB and TE, and then under TE, and then between PO and AT, and then under AT, and then between TS and OG. And that is your stair-step line, and we'll be discussing that in the chapter. So let me tell you what the stair-step line is. It basically divides metals from nonmetals. Metals are on the left side, except for the first one, H hydrogen, that's a nonmetal. But otherwise, if you're to the left of the stair-step line, you're a metal. Nonmetals are on the right side. So carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine, the noble gases, and the others on the right side are the nonmetals. Now, technically speaking, if you are touching the stair-steppy line, you're actually a semi-metal with properties in between metals and nonmetals, but we're not going to talk about that too much. So for us, the stair-step line divides the metals from the nonmetals. But remember, hydrogen is a nonmetal as well. So I'm going to be talking about covalent compounds in this chapter. They are made up of nonmetals only. So if you're made up of, if your molecule is made up of atoms of C, H, N, O, F, P, S, Cl, S, E, B, R, I, you're a covalent compound. Like oxygen gas, nitrogen gas, carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide. That column number that I referred to, as you're going to learn, is valence electrons. But there is an exception. Helium is in column 8, but it doesn't have 8 valence electrons because it only has 2 to begin with. So that's an exception you need to remember. So I put these numbers across the top, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That happens to be valence electrons. We'll talk about that in chapter 2, except helium only has 2 electrons. So it only has 2 valence electrons, not 8. Here is a color-coded periodic table just for fun. You can see most of the elements are blue. Those are metals. The pink are your non-metals. So there's not a whole lot of them. Notice hydrogen way over there on the other side is also pink. It's a non-metal. And then the semi-metals are in yellow. Okay, so that's why I wanted to draw the stair-steppy line on our periodic table. All right, and that is it for this little video. Thanks a lot. Bye.